Hello, it's me, Anna R. Case, which I'll let you know that is just a pen name. That is not my real name. I grew up in a religious family, and even back when I was just writing young adult novels, I knew that one day a pen name would be necessary. I have some preachers in the family, so before I wrote the arrangement series, I went ahead and combined my kids' names and came up with the pen name. So, Anna's not my real name. I had started writing probably when I was about 8, I guess. I remember, I'm sure some of you guys probably remember these. Every year, like 5th, 4th grade, they had to do these English portfolios, and I know a lot of kids hated those things. I loved them. Like when I was 10, I wrote this book, and it was like, I was so excited. It was like 10 typed pages, and it was this big old long tail. But anyway, I really wish I had a copy of that, but I don't know what happened to it. I really wasn't on any writing platforms or anything until my niece told me to get on a writing platform. I think it was like 2018 maybe, and I'm glad I did, because it was there that I got a message from somebody that worked for LitNet, and they invited me to join their contest. It was they said that my novel Blood Moon kind of fit the criteria. So I was like, I had never heard of LitNet, which is now BookNet, and I was like, I don't know. So I kind of just didn't do anything for a few weeks, and finally, in I think it was mid-January, I was like, what the heck? So I uploaded Blood Moon, which was my young adult novel, on there. I wound up getting shortlisted, and then I got an email telling me that Blood Moon was in the top 3 finalists, so I wound up winning a trip to the AWP Writers Conference in Oregon. I got to meet, you know her as Ruchari, Jessica Wright. Her book wound up winning, called Tales, but I got to meet some other authors, and it was a really cool experience. So that was a lot of fun. So that's kind of how I got started on BookNet, and that was early 2019. Okay, so I had asked on a blog if there was any questions that you guys wanted answered. One of the questions I got was, am I going to finish Emergence? Emergence is a series that I started about a young shifter. Um, and the first book was Humane, and then I had a second book, and then the third book was Emergence. Um, as I said before, I used to only write young adult novels. My only problem is right now is just an issue of time. I really just don't have enough time to write all these on all the books. I have a commercial account, so I have a paid book which has been taking priority. So yes, I would like to finish the Emergence if I have some time. I did update like 11 pages recently, but it's definitely, unfortunately, have to take a back seat. So how the arrangement series came about, last November, I had noticed there was a bunch of more dark romance and erotic novels on LitNet, and I was decided like, I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to try to write an erotic novel my way and see what happens. And honestly, before that, I had wrote some like make-out scenes and stuff, but I had only ever wrote one sex scene, probably like August 2019 in my book Find. And then I started the arrangement in November of 2019. So I kind of was just thinking around and brainstorming. So, you know, Amber Lee and Grayson, I those two were main characters right away. So then I was trying to figure out the storyline in my head. So I was like, well, why would this beautiful rich billionaire need a sex worker to be a surrogate? So this is a shady offer from the beginning. So why would that, and why would he choose her? So, you know, I just kind of played around and the story developed. I do not plan my books, which sometimes gets me in a lot of trouble. I start with the character, maybe I might know the ending, and I just start writing. And as I said before, crazily enough, Leo was never a character. Originally in my idea, it was just going to be a generic chef character, didn't have a big part in the book. He was just going to give Amber cooking lessons. And honestly, when I started writing it, Leo just manifested it. He took over the book. And now I can honestly say that it would not be the same book without him. And I cannot imagine Leo not in the book. But literally, Leo was never planned. He honestly was the weirdest thing. Wrote himself in the book and almost took over. Now, the next book is called The Proposal. I said it's going to be out on October 24th. I'm actually going to release the cover. I kind of released the cover on my other little slideshow I did, but I'm going to release the annotation today, right after this little clip. And early on in The Proposal, Amber makes a comment, well, thinks in her head that Leo is the heart of the group. And that's true. And like now, I can't imagine the arrangement series without Leo. So right now, I'm going to release the annotation and the cover for The Proposal. And then I'm going to answer I'll answer the other question I had got on the blog. Okay, so another question I got on the blog was, do I have any more exciting books coming up? As I mentioned before, The Proposal is the next one, coming out on the 24th. But I also have a couple of ideas I would like to enter into the My Love My Billionaire contest. The only thing is I tend to bite off more than I can chew. And even though I'm excited about these projects, I know realistically I don't think I'm going to be able to update and finish 3 books by the deadline for this contest. So I've made some book covers and annotations for them, kind of playing around with them ideas in my head, and then I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll just write shorter books, and I'll write one over 2 months and another over 2 months, and then I'll write the hostage over the proposal over the 4 months. But I'm like, I know myself, I can't write short books. I have to explore every childhood trauma and all the bad things in their lives, and they can't just walk down a hall, and they have to go inside their head. And so I was actually thinking maybe I would write some, release it, and then see which one was more popular and focus on that and try to get it finished by the contest. Because I'll still be writing The Proposal at that time, and I'll try to update Tales from the Cobra Club. Whichever I do decide to write, both of those books will be free, and you'll be able to read them all for free, at least through the end of the contest. You have to have them finished by the end of January, so I'll probably complete one or both of the books or whatever I decide, and then I'll leave them free through maybe like the first week of February, and then they might go behind the paywall. But if you're hesitant to start those, I can assure you that they will be free, and you will have a chance to read whatever one I complete for free before it goes for sale. So I actually thought about doing is maybe after this clip, releasing the cover and then the annotation of each book. And then if you want to put in the comments which one you'd be more interested in reading, that might actually help me out and help me choose which book I should focus on, or if I should choose one over the other or what. So that would actually help me out a great deal. Okay, I have one more thing to mention that was left on the blog. But first, I think you guys are going to think this is funny. This is kind of our foster cat. He's not living here permanently. He's going to be moving in with my sister. But my daughter named him Leo. I can assure you my 13-year-old has never read the arrangement. And she just coincidentally named this cat Leo. I thought it was pretty funny. Oh, But anyway, so the last thing that was kind of left on my blog was somebody asking why, if they had paid for the hostage, why would the next book be for sale also? As much as I would love to have all my books for free, the fact of the matter is, writing has basically become like a second job right now to me. I work full time. I'm not married. I have a couple kids, a house to take care of all by myself, and I am easily spending, God, 20, 30 hours a week on writing also, I would say, on top of everything else. So unfortunately, it's just not feasible for me to keep making every single book free. The arrangement will always be free. Tales from the Cobra Club will always be free, and I'm sure maybe in the future there might be another free book or two. But that is why I wanted to actually look up and see how many hours I had spent writing The Hostage, because it tracks it, but I actually forgot to do that. But I could tell you each chapter usually took me 2 to 3 hours to write, and that book was like 515 pages long. So honestly, I am writing, God, probably, as I said, 20 to 30 hours a week in writing. So it's like another job on top of everything else. I do appreciate everybody's support. Can honestly say that the arrangement would not have existed, and it would not have been done in 5 months if it wasn't for the positive feedback and the comments. And same thing for The Hostage. I probably never would have gotten it finished on time either. So I just want to thank all of you for your support. I just thought I'd like to try this little video slash sideshow thing, see if it caught on and see if it worked out. So I don't know, maybe I'll make another one if you have any more questions. And another little interesting little story for you. Back when I had done the original, I think it was called Small Town Big Story Contest, all my family and stuff were pretty much convinced it was a scam and that I was going to be murdered. But obviously that didn't happen, so that was good. But yeah, if I said you guys have any more questions or anything you want to say, which book you might be interested in reading for the contest, let me know. I'm going to do my best to try to at least keep the proposal updates on time. I'm working hard to try to get that developed. Sorry, my dog is laying on my bed looking at me. I feel like it's a zoo here. There is I have 2 kids, 1 dog, a cat, and 2 guinea pigs to also take care of, as if I didn't have enough stuff, but you know. Alright, well, thank you for listening to my little rant here, my little video. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you.